When you are facing rejection, be it a friendship or a love interest or what, you need to recognize and accept your emotions without judgment. Remind yourself that let's say you are being rejected by a love interest or a friend. Remember your values, remember who you are. Remember that being rejected by that one specific person doesn't determine your value as a human being. Everything in this world, anything, it's not permanent. Even the pain that you might be feeling of rejection right now, it's gonna end. Sometimes even the happiness that we have, it comes and it goes. So we just need to live and remember all these things are seasonal. So your rejection now, it's not the end of the world. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Motivation Corner, and I'm Buluken, your favorite content creator and host. I'm at Bethany Media Studios. If you wanna book your session, please do come through. It's a beautiful place. You can tailor make it for yourself. They can meet your requirements. So I'm here by myself, as I said. Welcome back if you haven't been here in a while, but please welcome back. You are most welcome. If you're here for the first time, just please do the right thing and subscribe, and you are most welcome and appreciated. And as I said, today I'm alone. We are having conversation. I'm having a conversation with you, and the conversation goes as so this week, this weekend, my son was going through a rejection from friends. You know, my younger son was like, "Mommy, who and who doesn't want to play with me?" I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "I don't know." But you could see that he's not really taking well that rejection. And then I took it upon myself. I'm like, it's not only kids that faces rejection. Even older people like us, even us at our age, we still experience rejection. And I was like, let me also Google, what does rejection mean. Rejection, according to what I've Googled, it is when you try to connect with people or a person and your connections are dismissed, or they don't wanna be connected to you, and that is rejection. And that is the most painful thing anybody can go through. And the sad thing about it is, most of us, if not all of us, have gone through a rejection. So guys, we're here to talk about rejection and what you can do when you are rejected. So people can be rejected by friends, can be rejected by love interest, which is the most common one and which is what hurt people the most. The love interest one, people can't seem to take it. Friendship, some people will be like, it's fine. But also being rejected for a job or for a school, for university, that can be painful. And if we don't know how to handle it correctly, it can lead to a lot of unneeded mental illnesses. But if taken correctly and well, acknowledged, it can turn into something better for yourself. So let's say you are rejected by a friend, but guys, no one ever talks about how painful it is to lose a friend. It is painful, because can you imagine when you have a friend, this person is your ride or die. Like, it's a person that anything that happens, hey, show me this and this happened. So when you no longer have that, you feel like you don't have a social belonging. You don't belong anywhere. You feel a little bit lost. Friendships plays a very important role in our lives, but it doesn't mean if you don't have friends, your life will not be fine. No, we need friends. Remember, in the Maslow hierarchy of needs, there is that need of belonging. So it shows that as human beings, we do have we need a sense of belonging. So being rejected by friends, you feel like you don't belong, especially in the social interactions. You need someone, that you can go out with, someone you can go places with, you can travel with. So also being rejected for love also, I know most guys sometimes they're even afraid to propose or ask women out because they fear of rejection, because that rejection is not nice. You've fallen in love with someone or you have a crush on someone and they reject you. It's the most painful thing. It makes you doubt yourself, your beauty, your self-confidence, in a nutshell. And then also, if you are rejected for a job or for a school, or like, something that has to do with your career, sometimes it makes you question your career path and makes you lose your self-confidence. But I always tell people, for me, I think the most painful one is not being rejected for a job, because if you have friends, even if friends can reject you, as long as you have your job, you can make other friends, you'll always meet other friends. But if you are rejected by friends or a love interest and you have your job, you can somehow be able to bounce back. You have something to fall back on. So it's not nice, to be rejected for love. For a job, it makes you question your career path. But here, I'm here to help us guys on how to do when you are in the process of being rejected. Number one, I'll need to check my notes because I really did a lot of researching. Number one, when you are facing rejection, be it a friendship, or a love interest or what, you need to recognize and accept your emotions without judgment. You know, it's really self-explanatory. You need to recognize, you need to acknowledge that yes, losing this person, losing this friendship, it's painful. Don't judge yourself and be like, how can I even feel so, like, who is she? No, acknowledge it. If there's something that we need to do as human beings, is to acknowledge our feelings and our emotions without judging yourself, without allowing your ego to play, and just acknowledge and accept that I'm feeling this pain. And then the next step is to try to talk to someone, or whoever, it be your parents, about the rejection that you went through. Because most of the time as people, and especially as children, we are afraid to tell our parents of the rejection. Then the next thing, you can't cope, you failing at school, you no longer fun, you're losing weight, you can't even eat. Try not to go through it alone. Talk to the people that love you and that you know have your best interest at heart, and you shouldn't handle it all by yourself. Number 3 is remind yourself that let's say you are being rejected by a love interest or a friend. Remember your values. Remember who you are. Remember that being rejected by that one specific person doesn't determine your value as a human being or as a person. It doesn't determine that you are nothing. And like I said, all of us have gone through rejection, and it's not exclusive to you. You going through a rejection now, it's not exclusive. It's not yours. All of us have been through rejection, and don't make it yours. And the only thing you can do is to try to bounce back. And how do you bounce back? Which takes me to number 4, which is practice self-care. Practice self-care, which is try as much as possible to release endorphins. How do you release endorphins? It's by exercising, things that will help you release the pain, the emotional pain. Exercise, go to gym, or you don't even have to go to gym. Take walks, run, do activities that are gonna make you happy. And also, you can listen to music, uplifting music that can help you to release the endorphins. And the more you release the endorphins, the more you become better. And the more you become better, the more you realize that, it's just a detour. So there's no need for me to feel all down as if it's not gonna end. And also, you must know everything in this world, anything, it's not permanent. Even the pain that you might be feeling of rejection right now, it's gonna end. Sometimes even the happiness that we have, it comes and it goes. So we just need to live and remember all these things are seasonal. So your rejection now, it's not the end of the world. It's not that you can't do anything now, or you are cursed. No, there's no cursed. And remember, especially when it comes to love rejections, everybody, not everybody, like every no one is forced or has to receive your love. Just because you love them doesn't mean that they have to love you back or take you in and be in a relationship with you because you love them. No, people are allowed to have their own feelings. People also have their own love interest. So it's okay to remember that you're not their cup of tea, and it doesn't mean you're a bad person. You understand? Then the next point is always reflect on everything and take lessons. Obviously, sometimes in rejections, some people, if they are graceful enough, they will tell you why they are rejecting you. And if there is something that you can do about those reasons of rejection, you do that. Take lessons. Don't beat yourself up, whatever the reason might be. Don't beat yourself up. If it's something that you can't change, therefore there's nothing you can change. It's you. Let's say someone says, I don't like you because you are dark skinned. Obviously there's nothing you can do. You can't go and be the same as Kanyimbao now, so you change your skin color and all that. Oh, sorry guys, to the offense of Kaya. But if there's something you can do, you can do. If it has to do with personality, character wise, you can change some of the things. And don't be that person who always say, so if they won't take me as I am, then it's their loss. No, sometimes there are things that you need to change as a person. You need to change how you talk to people, how you treat people, and therefore maybe it's gonna be easy for you to be loved. Because at the end of the day, we all have the need to belong. We all have the need to be loved. So do yourself a favor, reflect, check where are you, what are the things that you can do, and take lessons from there. Also, let's say you are being rejected for a job. If possible, you can write. If maybe the HR send you an email that, sorry, your interview didn't go, you're not successful, it's okay. If you can send them an email back and ask, where did I go wrong, so that you prepare for the future, so that you know also to keep you at ease. Because some people, they say it's closure, they want closure. So if you know, you will be able to move on quickly. I remember where I work, a student was like, they've been applying for this a bursary and I haven't gotten feedback. And I'm like, if you're not getting feedback, it means it didn't go well. It's like, no, I just need an email that is going to tell me it didn't go well, so that I'm able to take it. Because some people get anxious asking themselves, how did it go? What did I do wrong? So get feedback if possible. And the last point, in handling rejection from different spheres of life, it's not the end of the world. As I've mentioned, it's not the end of the world, especially in your career life. It doesn't mean now you won't have a career. And as someone who stayed, I think, about 4 years in a temporary position, there were times where I felt like, now they're not gonna give us a job, and you feel like I'm being rejected. And I've been applying for so many jobs and I wasn't getting any feedback. But I realized that me not getting those jobs, it was a redirection to a better one, because the one that I'm at is better than all the jobs that I've been applying for. So there's not such a bad thing about being rejected. And also, as we talk about not the okay, everything in life has the good and has the bad, has advantages and disadvantages. So because we are motivation corner, and all we do is to inspire and motivate, so we're going to talk about the positive side of rejection. Remember the scripture in Romans 8 chapter 8 verse 28. It says, all things work together for good for all those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. So you just have to know that rejection is not like there's something wrong with you. Remember, God is cooking something great for you. And no, I know at that moment when it's happening, you don't see it, you don't even understand. But for what is worth, please listen to me. I've been there. I'm not talking from I went to tertiary, immediately got a job. No, I've never stayed unemployed, but I was employed, but it was not promising. It was small money, but there were times where you feel like I need a permanent to be secure, to be there. And at that moment, when people were telling me that all things work together for good, I didn't understand sometimes, but I'm here to assure you that all things work together for good. It will never stay the same like all the time. You'll not be rejected or forever. You will get your job and you will be successful, or God will show you something, will align important people along your way, as long as you trust and you love the Lord. Like someone once said, do you love the Lord? And you're like, yes. If you love the Lord, then everything will work together for your good. So let's say you are unable to, because you are unable to get over it, here are tips that I can give you, or words that I can remind you. Someone on TikTok, I watched the video and they said, if you are loving someone and they don't want to receive back your love, take all that love that you had for that person and redirect it to yourself or your kids if you have kids. All the things that you would have wanted them to do for you, do them for you. If you wanted to go on dates with them, take yourself on solo dates. If you want to travel with your children or whoever. So that's all you need to do. But also I want to let you know that the other thing is, let people be who they want to be, and then decide if you want them to be. So this is me saying, stop forcing people and asking them back, guys, please take me back. No, if you are rejected, take it, let people be. And trust that rejection is always a redirection to something bigger and better. That one I can assure you guys. Rejection is a redirection. It's not a denial. You know that. So please take it that way, and know that rejection is not a setback, but it's a setup for something greater. And I hope this encourages someone who's going through rejection and feeling like this is the end of the world. You won't be able to get over this pain. You will get over it. And yeah, I hope this is helping, and because for me it's really helpful. And I've been talking to my son that it doesn't matter, you'll find other friends. It means those friends, they're not for you, or so please don't beat yourself up if you have been rejected. Yes, it's painful, but it will end. Yeah, from me and Bethany Media, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.